This week we explore the exciting world of Indian espionage in the 2023 hit, Pathaan. Joining us for her first main show episode is Marie.
Yes, hi.
I'm Matt.
I'm Chad, and you're listening to the 111th episode of We Used to Talk About This at Work. All right, so we have really been churning out content the last couple weeks. Like just a couple days ago, I posted a Flash review. I did that WWDC thing with my cousin Bree on Monday. This is probably coming out Wednesday, maybe. I might change my mind. I was also toying with this episode coming out on Saturday, so if it's on Saturday, hey, look. But hey, we had fucking Transformers this week. We're just hitting the ground running. You know, we want more people to love us.
So turn your notifications on, so whenever we do drop something, it'll be right there for you.
Yeah,
yes,
it's very irregular this summer. And then next week we got The Blackening. Marie, you're on that one.
I am on that one.
And then there's something else next week. What else is next week? Aren't we doing something else next week?
Nah, nothing's coming to mind right now.
I'll bring that up later in the show. So this week we finally have Marie on a regular episode. You were on that Fast X episode.
Yes.
And so I just would like to say welcome.
Hi.
Marie, Matt, Marie.
Yes. First time
hello.
meeting, long time listener of like 3 months.
Yes, because I listened to that Fast X episode, and I was like, we definitely need to get her on the show.
Well, I love action movies, so any action movies I may be down for.
I like how you say
Maybe?
May.
What holds you back?
Called being an introvert. So the fact that I have to commit to something and then do it and let people down if I back out of it is
They'll just hate you forever, you know. They'll
Yeah,
know
that's
that
actually-
you're an imposter.
that's actually what I don't want. I mean, I'll be at my home not recording, talking about movies and such. But that doesn't help you. That doesn't help you at all.
It doesn't. So I guess that kind of leads into like the Who is Marie. So you're a movie person. Can you tell us about that?
I am a movie person. Just been watching movies since I was a kid. My aunt was actually a movie person as well. So she would take us kids to the show. And I've just continued doing that throughout my entire life.
Taking kids to the movies?
Yes, taking other people's children.
Kind of like a Pied Piper, just want to see Sing 3.
Yes, I'm very boring. Anytime you ask me what I want to do for my birthday, it's probably go to the movies.
That's a good time.
If you ask me what I want for my birthday, it's AMC gift cards.
Specifically AMC. We're not sponsored by AMC,
No.
but AMC,
No.
you can send us a gift card.
Yeah.
You can send us some of that popcorn in the store. We'll take candy.
Yes,
We'll take a pass.
That's
Whatever you got,
literally-
AMC. You know, we'll do an extra sacrifice to our blood queen, Nicole Kidman.
yes. Christmas as well. I asked for movie gift cards, so everybody knows it's a thing. It's been a thing for a while.
Okay.
For a very long time.
Okay.
That's it. That's it. I think that's all I got about Who is Marie, because it's a tough question to answer.
Okay, Marie. Well, why don't you answer this question? How is Citadel?
Citadel.
Well, what is it, rather?
Well, Citadel is Prime's latest spy show. We'll say that.
You say latest. They had other ones?
They have a few. They have Jack
Oh,
Ryan.
that's right. That is a spy show, huh?
They also had what is that? Jack Reacher. They have.
He's
they
a
have
spy?
Well, you know,
Matt?
I thought that's what.
No,
he
he's
was
not a
doing.
spy, but that is a great show.
Is it? I've never wanted
Yes.
to check it out. The main guy kind of throws me off a little bit. He's just too big.
Did the Tom Cruise movies kind of like put a bad taste in your mouth?
I'm not a Tom Cruise fan, so I haven't seen them.
You don't believe in Xenu?
So Citadel. Okay, so Citadel's Prime's latest spy show. They put their heart and soul into it. So of course I wanted to check it out from the trailer. It's got some people that we know and love. Richard Madden from Game of Thrones.
No.
Yes.
Richard Madden from the Eternals.
And most recently, Marvel's Eternals. That's what I have in my notes here. He was Icarus in the Eternals, just in case. He plays Mason Kane.
That sounds like a made-up name. Is that like one of his handles?
That's his spy name. They all have two names, but I'm just gonna list them as one. Priyanka Chopra Jonas. She's actually a Bollywood actress. She won Miss World in 2000 for India. And her U.S. stuff is Quantico and Baywatch.
The movie?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Baywatch, the movie with The Rock. Of course, is that one of your favorites?
Are you trying to hashtag trigger us right now? No. You're not even 5 minutes into your first episode, and we're about to go off on you.
Is that y'all's favorite movie?
Wait, real quick, Chad. What's wrong with your thumb?
Why you put my business into this?
Hey, man, I'm looking out for your safety. I need to know what's going on.
I had a bit of a kitchen mishap. I burnt my thumb on a microwavable French toast stick for my daughter. It's something that happens often to all of us home cooks, you know.
So it's not a real injury.
Fresh toast stick. It's okay.
Yeah, microwavable. You know, I microwaved it a little too hot. Better my thumb than her mouth, right?
Yeah.
See, there you go. Good
gonna
father.
serve
Good
that
job.
to her? No, that's not.
Hey, I did the hand test. You know.
Okay.
And clearly it didn't pass.
You couldn't see any steam because that looks like a big.
There's steam always in that microwave, you know. Or, maybe there's an electrical issue.
Okay. So other things are happening here. And also Stanley Tucci.
Okay.
He plays Bernard. I put from the Hunger Games. And then I said like 100 other movies.
I mean, to be fair,
but
he was in more than one Transformers movie.
Okay, so Transformers came up because I was like, what else could I say that he's from? But what was he an actual live action person in Transformers?
Yeah.
Okay.
He has Oscar, doesn't he?
I'm pretty sure. That's why I said he's been in so many movies. People know who Stanley Tucci is just from his name. Okay, so the Citadel. The Citadel is a super secret government agency. They're basically the watchers of the watchers.
Oh.
Yeah, so they're above the CIA. They're above the FBI.
They're above God.
Probably. But that's really all you're going to get from the show about who they are. Because as soon as you meet the Citadel, they're being infiltrated and pretty much dismantled.
So it's Kingsman?
I've never seen that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically there's like a mole inside Citadel, gives up all of their agents to this crime syndicate, we'll say. And they end up killing all of the agents. And the ones that remain, they have to get to like the safety point within 2 hours or their memories are going to be wiped. Because all of the agents are pretty much backed up where they can upload their memories to, they call it backstopping. So they upload their memories somewhere in a server.
This is sounding stupid.
I was gonna say this sounded complicated. Is this good?
So it was good during the first episode where where the story is going. There's action. They're on a train. Things are blowing up. It's a lot of money in the show, and it's produced by the Russo brothers.
I mean, that's not really a gold standard.
Hold on.
Unless they're associated with a Marvel movie. We saw The Great Man.
Well, they also produced Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I mean,
So
when we talk about
their
that movie, we
history-
don't talk about the Russos. We talk about the Daniels.
But what is a bad Russo produced movie?
The Gray Man.
That was entertaining. I saw that.
Cherry.
Don't do that.
Cherry.
What's Cherry?
Tom Holland.
Oh, Tom
Apple
Holland?
TV Plus. It's a piece of shit.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Matt?
So for me, they
No,
have
I saw
not.
the trailer. I haven't seen it.
I thought you saw Cherry.
Yeah. So
Did I say Sherry? Maybe. What was this about again?
I feel like if I look on previous episode show notes, it would say Apple TV Plus, Cherry, Matt.
So for me, this is like the first misstep for the Russo brothers production.
You've seen the entire first season, right?
I have. There's only 6 episodes.
This first season ends in a way where they're hoping for a second season, or does it wrap up?
First off, they tell you that Citadel is spinning off in the next series with a completely different cast that's coming in 2024.
What?
Oh, they are all in
Wait,
this show.
So
they are all in on this show.
So the finale ends, it cuts to black, and it's just like Citadel will return in Citadel, Paris.
So what this is, if this would be like, I feel like a first book in a series.
Okay.
So how it ends, the only question is, who was the mole in Citadel? Who brought them to their knees, basically? We don't answer any other questions, and we really don't learn anything else. So I guess maybe in the spinoffs we'll learn. we'll see all these things that Citadel did, and we'll learn about Manticore, who is their their nemesis.
That's their Spectre.
I guess.
You're James Bond.
I'm not. I know that's a title of one of them. I know this is disappointing.
Spectre is a spy. it's a spy network.
Oh, really?
It's a terrorist network in the James Bond movies.
Okay,
So
yeah.
that's their arch rivals.
Yeah. So that would be Manticore. They're paying these terrorists that we never see. They're doing these bad things that we never saw. Yeah. There was just a lot more telling than there was showing in this show. If you go to the show page, you will see like meet the spies. Like they want to tell you all this backstory because they're not gonna give it to you in the show of who these people are.
You gotta look at
There's
you gotta read the expanded media.
Yeah,
you gotta do homework before you watch it.
Right.
Like the viral marketing campaigns and everything. I
hate
think
that
that's
so much.
I think that's what they were banking on.
Switching gears all the way, you are getting ready for Hot Girl Summer.
Sort of, kind of.
I mean, I know that
So
I know you got some stuff at home. I'm not saying like that, but
So Hot Girl Summer is actually trying not to be breakdown summer. So
like mental health. Oh, we talking about mental health? Hey, we got a couple therapists on tap if you need some help.
So this is what I wanted to pose to y'all. Do you all like work in an office where you have to participate in birthdays?
Before COVID, yes.
When I first started out working at my job, yes, but then we got a new supervisor and he did all that stuff. He was like, "No, we're not doing that.
We're not celebrating the day you were born anymore."
They used to do it monthly, like all December birthdays and everything else like that. And then he was like, "Nah, you come to work. You didn't come for your birthday."
That helps morale.
Okay.
No, actually it did, because people didn't feel like participating, and like they didn't like the
Forced participation.
spotlight. They didn't like the spotlight of, oh, it's my birthday, so now we got to have this thing, and there's going to be stuff and everything else like that, where they didn't want the spotlight like that.
Okay.
So I felt like this was going to be a little different because y'all are guys anyways. So I'm going to let you know how it goes at my job. We have birthday buddies. So everybody's name goes into a hat, and then you pick out,
like how we're doing the same thing with our head,
who your birthday
Right.
buddy is going to be. So right now we're in the month of June. There are 4 June babies. We just had a birthday party yesterday. So whoever your birthday buddy is, they figure out like what your favorite cake is, what your favorite treat is. They bring it in for you. You sit at the head of the table. We have it in the conference room. There's I can say the number. There's 19 of us. So the person sits at the head of the table. We decorate their desk, and you decorate the conference room. And we pretty much sit in there and celebrate your birthday for 30 minutes to an hour. And yeah, in addition to the work birthdays, I also have several other birthdays and also Father's Day and my anniversary coming up this month. So the question was, how do y'all not get overwhelmed in like summertime? Because it's summertime, I do want to have fun, but I'm already over this month. Like seriously. We're 3 days in.
How do you not get overwhelmed?
Yes.
Well, we add extra stress to our life by doing a podcast.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. You're watching like a lot of movies, churning out a lot of content. How do you keep everything straight?
You don't. You go insane.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was about to say. You was like, the question was, how do you not feel overwhelmed? No, you're going to be overwhelmed. It's how you deal with it and you push through. Is basically what it boils down to.
You cry yourself to sleep every night.
All right, so hot girl breakdown summer is upon me, and there's no help.
Yeah. No, it's just
Great.
You mentioned earlier in the show that you like movies.
I do.
Go to the movies.
So here's the thing.
I mean, don't go with me because I'll make you work.
No. It's I want to go for fun, for pleasure.
We're past that.
Oh goodness.
No, you gotta have hobbies and like honestly movies. Yeah, movies your thing. Then you have
Just
to
don't go with me.
Yeah.
Right. Another thing is like sidebar for this is like I don't want to say this podcast has ruined movies for me, but I can't enjoy them like I used to. It's just my critic hat is always on, and then also with like say if I watch a movie on a Tuesday now I'm like, oh, like I'll make a comment. I'm like, wait, do I need to save this for the podcast and talk about this on the podcast? And now with the whole thing, wait, do I need to review this and put a bonus episode out? So it's like,
yes, the answer is first off, the answer is yes.
Right.
That's first of all.
Like, I could never enjoy a movie because if I enjoy it, then I need to either talk about it on the show this week or no, I need to put out a bonus episode. So yes, but for you though, don't worry about that. Just enjoy the movie.
Right.
That's actually a little fear of mine. I think my sister suggested that I should try to be a film critic when I was like young, and I was like, I don't want to write. Like I don't want to write like that. No, but I also don't want to watch movies that I don't want to watch.
Oh yeah.
So you all reviewing the newest thing. I would have out a podcast whenever a Fast and Furious movie came out or whenever John Wick came out. Like it was just, that would be it. Like your last podcast was 2 years ago. And I'm like,
it's been dry.
They not making these movies.
Right. No, like on that vein of like seeing stuff you don't want to see, I really think that we need to start putting our foot down on direct to streaming movies because like that's some bottom of the barrel shit. And it's just like, rarely do we like those movies.
What's the last one we reviewed?
Ghosted.
Don't say that.
Say again?
Ghosted.
Yeah.
But that spun off a good topic for y'all because then y'all were talking about being ghosted and have you ever ghosted somebody? So
I mean,
so sometimes those can be fun. Also I kind of like ghosted.
Well, this will be your last episode, but no, I mean we would have talked about that anyway with the guests that week. Like we had people from a relationship podcast, so you know.
Do any of y'all have like must-see TV that you actually watch live?
Oh no, we don't do that in this house because I hate commercials.
So not to be that person, but when people pull up YouTube and it's got an ad, I'm like, oh.
Are you you're a premium girl?
YouTube Red when it came out.
Oh.
So let's not Let's not do that.
Marie, you're looking so attractive right now.
I make poor financial decisions, so let's not.
She got money.
She got money. So Matt, were you inspired by my Flash review?
Of course not. Of course not. But the thing is, here we have MWR. You know, are you familiar with them?
No.
Morale, welfare, recreation, basic for the military and stuff. They do things, you know, carnivals and whatever. So on Facebook, they were like, yeah, it was like Flash question. What was Flash's original job? And then like I saw this like 8 hours after it was posted, so people comment everything, and they was like, oh yeah, this we've notified the winners. They got 2 free tickets for the early screening of the Flash. And I was like, ooh, and I went back to the original post, was like, they're gonna do like 10 questions or whatever throughout the week, and I was like, I got 2 chances to do this, but I don't know what time they're gonna post these questions. But the other day, I just happened to be on Facebook, and they posted a question: is what other superhero is in the Flash? And I was like, oh, Batman. So then I went to go type it, and there was one person ahead of me. He wrote Batman, but I wrote Batman anyway. And then I sat there and I was like, shit. I deleted that one. I was like, no, Supergirl.
Oh.
And then they messaged me back. Your boy got his free tickets for early screening.
That is, they put that extra work in there.
Yeah. Hopefully you get to hang on to that, because that's nice.
They might take
it.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I'll be going with my son tonight to watch this. But I did listen to your review, Chad, so I'm on your same boat. I don't support those things. I'm not giving them no money. But like you said, it was an amazing movie though, right?
It was excellent. So when can we expect your solo review, Matt?
Next week when we review Mr. Mom. I will not be. You already did one, so I will not be doing
it's the counter argument, Matt.
I just going hating this movie. So whatever positive you said, I'm just going to say the opposite of it.
You should be like, I hated this movie, but you should go see it. The opposite of what I said.
Oh, right.
I think it's gonna be great, and it's a shame that abusive people can be really good at their jobs.
That's where, that's what stems from that passion,
Yes. Yeah.
So you're playing with animals?
Have I ever told you that how I wanted to have a group of crows as pets?
Murder of crows. You've never told me that you wanted to be Birdman.
Okay, so I've always wanted this because I always thought like the crows are cool, and then I told you I went to a shrine a couple weeks ago, and I had they had pigeons. You can feed them, and had the pigeons on my arm and stuff like that.
Was that? So the real reason was that on mic? Did you hear about this on the show, or did we talk about that before we recorded?
I don't remember.
Did we ever talk about what Matt did for his wedding anniversary?
I do not think so, but I also have the memory of Matt.
What do you mean the memory of Matt?
I don't remember what's on the show after I listened.
So you're a goldfish also,
yes.
like Matt?
Yes, actually, fun fact. My nickname is Dory.
Oh.
Amongst my friends.
That should actually be Matt's. Somebody, friend of the show, Caesar, posted a TikTok in a group chat with us where they were giving some fun facts about Meteor Man, talking about like there was a comic book, and Matt was like, oh, I did not know that. And I'm like, dude, we read, not only did we read those comic books, we did a podcast about them.
But you know how long ago that was? We did that Meteor Man episode?
It was 2 years ago.
Exactly.
Why do I remember?
I've actually had somebody ask me in person, how many times do they have to meet me?
Oh, no.
Yeah. It's bad sometimes. but I have a medical reason for it.
You got a card too, like in Joker.
I wish I did. Instead of just medical debt.
Yeah, it does get us all, doesn't it?
It does.
If I don't want to know how much fucking medical debt I have. It's not fun being sick.
No, it's not in America.
That's fair. Yeah. That's fair. Matt, why do you want to be Pigeon Man?
No, Crows. Because
why do you want to be the Crow?
It's funnier every time you say it.
I read this article like at least 7-8 years ago that this guy friended a crow. He like fed it stuff, and he'll come back and he'll keep feeding it. So like the crow will come back with like a leaf, a rock, a button, and he'll feed it. One day the crow came back with some coins, money, and then he gave him more food. So then the crow realized, oh, he wants this. So he started bringing back even more coins. Then he brought back paper money. So I was like, oh, I want to do this. So I just happened to come across this thing on Reddit where the question was, how do you attract a ton of crows to my yard? Forget the question, but the person says, I'm going to read everything it says. So people out there, you want to get your murder going with these crows, this is the way to do it.
Don't say that.
Well, that's what a group of crows are.
I know.
Yeah. But Matt's going to tell us how to get a murder going.
Yeah.
The most efficient, effective way.
How do you get away with murder, Matt?
With the crows, because you can't tell one crow from another one. They all look alike.
Oh my god.
Okay.
But it says shell and peanuts, too big for smaller birds though. Dusted with a little cayenne to discourage squirrels.
Oh,
and if you're planning to establish a trade relationship, build a level platform that makes some good noise when you put the peanuts on. Try to keep a consistent schedule and quantity. And if when they bring you something, give them a little extra and put in the same location as they're offering. If they bring money, understand that you can and will train them to be robbing people for this reward. And I love that last part. I'm just, as these crows are bringing me money, I can just imagine, what are they doing? How are they getting these money? Are they setting traps? Or are they pickpocketing? What are these crows doing? And I just love every aspect about this.
What's the trap where you set up like a box with the
stick?
That's what the crows are getting together, doing that for you. For cayenne dusted nuts? Is that what you're feeding them?
So I feel like the most surprising thing is like crows like spice. Who knew?
Mm-hmm.
And this is the best way.
This person was very efficient on it. And, so he's very thorough. So I figured like he's done this before. Like maybe he was very precise on his stuff. Because he didn't say like hot sauce or pepper. He said cayenne specifically.
So it's Reddit though. So were there other comments under there saying like confirming that this works?
Oh no, it was just like over 2,000 likes. So people were agreeing with this.
That don't mean
Okay. Wait a minute. Were there any awards? Because they put the awards like if it works.
Well, he got 4
nobody
awards.
awarded that. Oh, excuse me. Okay, well it checks out. It's legit.
I think it's legit.
Right.
Confirmed.
Yeah.
Shout out to for putting this shit.
No, we won't be. We will be bleeping that out.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, well, good luck on your theft. I hope that you're gonna put some of that money back into the pod. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
This is our child, by the way. You know.
Right. Once
That
I
was
get
a sharp
my
left.
thriving enterprise going,
No.
I'll be good.
I don't think he's entitled to any of the money.
I'm his man's, okay?
From your murder of crows, because he was not with it.
Look,
he was not with it at all.
I wasn't with it until I heard that he got 4 awards on Reddit. That clearly, that's like TMZ confirming a death.
Okay. All right. 10%.
Speaking of animals, you went to the farm?
I went to the animal farm. Yes. Yeah. So we took our daughter to Grant's Farm, and for anyone that's not from the St. Louis area, it's an animal preserve.
Okay.
What were you gonna interject?
I mean, farm.
Yeah, it's a farm.
It's
but I don't want to be like it's an animal farm.
No, just farm. It's a descriptive word already by itself.
That's fair. But the unique thing is that it's free, because most old attractions in the St. Louis area are free.
Yes.
This city is held up on the backs of racism and Anheuser-Busch as a company. So that is why we have free museums, a free zoo, and a free animal farm.
Yes.
Also, the cool thing, like if you go on like the Anheuser-Busch tour, at the end of it, you get free beer. You get free beer at the Grant's Farm too.
I didn't know that. I'm not a beer drinker, so
I mean,
I'm not excited for free beer.
They're trying to be more relevant, so they've got other drinks. So I know Samantha got like a seltzer, a vodka soda seltzer thing.
Yeah, those are super popular.
And I got a disgusting. I didn't send you the picture. I got a disgusting zero alcohol beer, Matt. Did I say disgusting enough? Like,
of course.
What are y'all doing?
Wow.
Like, what y'all drinking out here in these streets?
But first off, the alcohol is the best part. So I don't even know why you would get it without the alcohol.
What? I don't drink.
So the seltzer, those things, I have a lot in my closet right now because they're not good at all. I like the alcohol part of the alcohol.
I like the alcohol part of the alcohol.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But honestly, Budweiser is not good. Bud Light, when I was there, I drank Bud Light and everything like that. But once I got here and I started drinking the Japanese beer, and then I went to a barbecue that had Bud Light, that shit is nasty.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I was just used to drinking it.
Well, I mean, it is a hometown staple. But it's not like it's not like that's the only beer available in this city.
Right. I know we was talking about Anheuser-Busch. That's why I specifically labeled them.
I got you. But no, like overall it's a good trip. I don't know if I've mentioned on the show, but like we've taken our daughter to the zoo either together or separately several times, and she could care less. But at this point,
Really?
Yeah, but she's finally in a point where she actually cares about animals.
Okay.
So I thought it would be kind of neat to take her to Grant's Farm, and overall she liked it. I mean, she kept asking for pigs, and I was very surprised that they don't have pigs there. Okay. But she was happy to see the horses, especially the ponies. But like she was like, pigs.
Yeah, kids are a little hot or cold when it comes to animals. I love the kids that run over to animals because that was me. And sometimes when they're just standing, you're like, what are they scared of them and then like they just walk away like they want a toy.
Right.
They don't care about this. And I'm like, oh, well, at least they're not scared.
Yeah.
But that indifference is like, we could be doing something else. And it's like, but we're not. We're here for the animals and they just don't care.
Yeah, kids are a roll of the dice.
Yikes.
So it's getting hot right now, and it got up to like 90 something today. And let me tell you this, the combination of animals plus people, it was stinky at that Grant's Farm.
Right.
It was not a good time out in the morning as it got later. But yeah, overall it was a success. We're gonna try and find like another place to take her that actually does have pigs. So yeah, because I don't think the zoo has pigs, right?
No.
I like that certainty.
I don't think so, because I was trying to go through the different. Sorry, it's like the birdhouse. It's the amphibians.
You mean the butterfly house?
No. There's the different places, the different groups,
okay.
like the big cat and all of that.
Okay,
And I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't think there's an area for pigs.
Oh, Chad,
I've
you
been,
know, you should hit up my sister and ask her.
Okay, I'll do that.
Because she takes her kids to all different types of places. So if there was a place with pigs, she would know if they have them.
All right, cool. I'll do that later. Thank you for the
Yep.
suggestion. Also, Father's Day is coming up, and for whatever reason, Mark Zuckerberg knows I'm a father. I have no idea why he would think that with all the stuff that I put on his social media apps involving me and my child. So that's just a stretch. So I'm getting like a lot of like targeted ads about like Father's Day gifts.
okay.
I'm guessing I'm supposed to ask for these, like a mug where like the dad's a superhero and then like his little sidekicks are like the kids. You put the name of the kids on there.
Okay.
And I'm like, this is stupid. And I would genuinely be mad if somebody bought this for me.
That's why you don't get.
I have something to
I would say
return.
that's why you don't get ads on Facebook. But no, but sometimes they have some good stuff though.
No, I agree. Sometimes there is some dope stuff on there. But no, it's just like shit like that. And then it's like, do you know what Bluey? Either you guys have older kids. Do you guys know what Bluey is?
I've heard of Bluey, but I do not know what Bluey is.
Bluey right now is the best kid show you
Okay.
will watch.
Okay.
It is excellent. But it also sets like unrealistic expectations as a parent. Like,
okay.
Like the parents on the show like really play with their kids a lot, and like they're involved with the imagination stuff, and it's like I don't have that much energy.
Wait a minute. It sets the unrealistic expectations for the kids' parents to play with them.
Yeah, like real parents.
Yes.
Right. Like I go to work. I'm not trying to play bus with you when you get home from school.
Ooh. I wonder if I could find this picture to send it to you. There's a book for lazy parents
What?
called like games to play with your kids while laying down. Is that what you need?
Oh,
It's an actual
do you
book
own
at
this
Target. No, I do not own it.
You don't own
I
books?
played with the child. I took the child places and played with him.
Oh, I see. So you try? Don't be
Yeah, I
Don't
was
be
like,
rubbing
wait
it
a
in my.
minute,
Don't
wait a
be
minute.
rubbing it
What
in
are
my
we
face
doing
that you're a
here?
better parent than me. Okay.
Because, well, continue with your story, and then I have a question for y'all.
Okay.
Wait, I just looked up. I just typed in Bluey, right? And here's
Okay.
other questions that people would ask: was why was Bluey removed? Was Bluey always a girl? Does Bluey have ADHD?
Yes.
I've
Oh,
never seen the
wow.
show, so I don't know if that's a valid question.
I'm not sure. It's on Disney Plus in America. I'm not sure what it is, if it is on Japan. Just like watch a random episode. It's really good. Like it's one of those shows where like each episode is like 11 minutes. It's super watchable. It's excellent. For the longest, I thought Bluey was a boy until like I actually paid attention, and I was like, oh, they call Bluey her and stuff. Like Bluey's a girl.
Okay, I thought Bluey was a boy.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a Jack Russell who actually does have ADHD on the show.
Yeah, like genuinely, this is to both of you. Like watch, and the audience, watch just any episode of Bluey. It's really good.
Okay, I was laughing about Bluey because I'm the birthday buddy to
A parent.
no at work. The guy that I have, I'm supposed to have a Bluey event for him, and it's like a gag gift, but I've never looked it up to see what it is.
You should watch it.
I'm like, once it gets closer to his birthday, I'll figure out what Bluey is and what all I have to get.
It's super watchable. Like you'll turn one episode on and be like, oh, well, I spent my whole day watching a season of Bluey.
It's on
So
Disney
like,
Plus. Okay.
yeah. So like it's also suggesting like, hey, you want this Bluey shirt? Like like one of those button up shirts, but it's like the Bluey characters on it. I'm not gonna lie, it do look dope, but like I don't want that. All right, that's
You
not what I
don't
want for
want it.
Father's Day.
So that
Put it
was
out
gonna
there.
be my
What do you want?
Yes, that was going to be my question. What do cuz I'm fielding like ideas. What do y'all want for Father's Day?
Great question.
Typically for me, I want something that I can use that I have either been procrastinating to buy myself,
Hmm.
something like that. So something like I want a griddle. A
Oh.
griddle that you put on top of your stove and do
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
things on. That's what I want. Cause something like I've been saying I'm gonna go out and buy one, I haven't done it. So something where like I've been not patronizing, procrastinating on
Yes.
and and something like that.
I'd say some sort of kitchen doodad, or maybe some sort of well, I'm not gonna say Lego thing because I like expensive Legos, but like some like for me personally, I am a giant child with money. The problem with me is I have money, so like I buy stuff when I want it, but I also like to be surprised, and so like it's not easy buying me something that I genuinely like. But whatever anyone gets me, I'm not gonna, have a funk and be like, I'll be like, oh, thank you so much, blah blah blah. But I'm probably not gonna like it.
So you need something practical, something that you have
Yes.
like when's the last time you bought some new underwear? Or
So
some
here's
socks?
no. So here's the thing, like, that socks always a Christmas gift from either my grandmother or my mother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's
But are they like like fancy socks?
no, I don't need all that. I mean, I just
Like you're a Star Wars guy, so Star Wars
I don't
socks
need
that
all
would be
that.
like
Just
a good
just
Father's Day.
a standard black
No,
sock.
boo, boo.
That's all
no,
I need.
no.
I don't need nothing special. I do know that my nephews got me some kind of cool socks for Father's Day one year. They had like the original Nintendo
Okay.
on them, and
Yeah.
like I genuinely like those. That's not me just saying thank you,
See?
but it's like that's different though. Like gifts from a kid, they're just like, oh yeah, Uncle Chad will like that. Buy that for me, Mom. And so like that's different. But like if his mom would have been like, "Oh, hey, we got this. I got this for you," I'd be like, "Cause I like video games."
Now wait a minute.
Mm.
The gift doesn't
It means
change.
the intent is different.
Well, cause like people here, even at work, they know I like the One Piece anime. So when everybody goes out or sees stuff, they always bring back One Piece anime stuff for me. And like some stuff is cool, other stuff is like, why'd you get me this? Like it'd be
Right.
like stuff where it's like,
Yes.
even if I would have saw it and it would have been free, I wouldn't have get it. Not because it's just I don't like that. Not like everything Star Wars, you're not going to love it. They put Star Wars
Yeah.
on a
Yeah.
mug,
Yeah.
you're not going to love it just because Star Wars. It's like certain stuff, but people don't know that. All they know is Chad likes Star Wars, Bad likes One Piece. Let's get it. Being helpful,
Yeah.
like you said, it's the thought that counts. I appreciate you thinking about me, but you need to dive a little deeper.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I'm not. That's my surface level stuff.
Yeah. If I see the Star Wars mug, expect for me to get
Yes.
it now.
Actually, whatever's suggested on Instagram, I'm going to
Right.
get.
Well, your Instagram suggestions are a little fucked. So yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not going to mention those.
Yeah, I know mine are. There's Father's Day and like other content that we don't really have to get into. Yeah,
That's why you
but I
need
was
two
thinking
Instagrams.
about like, maybe I do need to buy this harness that can be propped up on the door that won't break the door because the weight is like distributed. It's like $120, and I was like, nah, I don't like sex that much.
I found it.
Okay.
It's called Horizontal Parenting.
I thought, okay, that's not what I thought you were about to say.
How to entertain your kid while laying down. And there's like all types of suggestions in here. It's an actual book. You can buy it for $13.46 on Amazon.
Interesting. Is it hardback or paper? I guess it's paper at this point, right?
No, it's hardcover.
Wow, for $13?
Yeah.
Good price.
It was probably like 20 or 25 at Target. So that's what you need.
Maybe. I don't know. We do stuff like I like the cover art. Like
There's like a parent laying down, and there's a
hold it
child
up to the camera.
on them.
Well, actually, no. In the edit, I'll put it over Marie's face.
Okay.
But no, like as you guys know,
I'm looking through the pages on Amazon, and one of them was "What's on my butt." So
Yeah,
I'm assuming without reading the details,
there's
is
actual
that
games.
the kids put something on your butt as you laying face down, and I guess you try to guess what it is.
so or is it like in the inside of it? Are there like pictures and stuff, or is it just text?
I think so. Yeah, I think there were pictures.
It's pictures on one side, and then words, and I can't blow this up to see what the words say, but I'm gonna assume it explains how to play the game.
I think I want that book.
Well, maybe wait, maybe don't buy it for yourself, and maybe it'll magically appear.
Interesting. But no, like as you guys know, I love TikTok, and so I saw a thing on there yesterday that was like how to make bouncing bubbles. And so it's just like water, dish soap, and the thing says sugar, but the comments is like, don't make it with sugar. You want ants? That's how you get ants.
Oh,
Matt?
yeah.
Matt? No.
They do want ants. They do want ants.
No. That's how you get ants. Archer.
Oh, I thought you meant they get ants because
I'm mad at you now. I'm mad at you now. Pushing for it.
Yikes.
So I used baking powder. But the thing is you gotta like wear gloves and stuff because like the oils on your hand are instantly gonna make it like dissolve. So me and my daughter did that for like a good 15 minutes in the kitchen, and like she had so much fun.
I was gonna say I didn't question the science behind it. I just wanted to see it in action, and it was very cute.
Yeah, she's a character.
Yeah,
she loves busting bubbles. Yes. Yeah, but yeah. So here's the whole reason Matt's here this week. Let's do some Zelda talk.
My favorite.
What's your favorite Zelda?
Not Lance. There's there's
Lance?
There's I don't know any of the characters or any of the
Link.
game names. Link. There we go.
I was like, it sounds like Backstreet or
Insane. I thought she was going with that too.
Yes, I will be listening to you all talk about Zelda.
So it'd be like your own live episode, Marie.
I know. That's what I've always wanted to do.
I am not somebody that plays traditionally with Breath of the Wild or this one. So I've been doing everything but the main story for a while. So my first objective was like to fill my map out. So I go to each area and do what I need to do so that it would not be grayed out.
Okay. Yes.
And once I did that, I was like, well, I'm going to need a powerful weapon because I've just been, for the most part, avoiding fights because like I've just been exploring. So I've not been doing anything to make myself stronger in any way.
Okay.
And so most fights I would die in one hit. So I would just be running. So I decided to do the Master Sword quest. And in order to do that, I had to do 20 shrines and then put all of that energy into stamina. And the quest is really fun. And it's a lot of cutscenes to it. And like you find out where Zelda went when she disappeared at the beginning of the game. It's really interesting. And you find out what happened to her in the past. And it's really interesting. And I'm like, girl, what is you doing? Why did you do that? It's very intriguing. But I have the Master Sword now. And you want to fuse it with something hard. And yeah, like I'm killing stuff very efficiently now.
What outfit you have on?
The gliding one.
Okay. So I just completed that one this weekend.
Like all three parts?
Yeah, all three parts.
Okay.
Because I read that once you upgrade it all, then you don't take fall damage. So So now I'm at the point where now I gotta go find all the fairies so I can upgrade it. I found the first one, and then you have to do the side mission with the band and everything. So that's what I'm doing. But like right now, my son plays, so we like take turns playing and stuff. So he's super good at cooking and everything like that. And he has little kid hands, so he's like doing real fast to me. Where I'm like this plus button.
Yeah.
Over R1, R1, R1.
You over here looking down at the controller like, okay, all right, there's Y. Okay.
Right, I am, because I'm used to a PlayStation controller. So as
same. I fuck the controls up so often.
So he's like, and so that was like, hey, can you just make me? Because at first I was just going through all the shrines, and I was like, can you make me some stuff? And he was like, what do you want? I was like, just do whatever. Use up all my ingredients. So he did it. So I'll be rocking and rolling. So like later on when I play, I'm like, hey, can you make me some more food and stuff? So did you get Tulin yet?
Yeah, that's the first. That's that's probably the only one I'm gonna do for a while because I need that extra boost in the air. But like, my God, that takes so long to do. Yeah, like you have to like keep going higher and higher until the air, and I'm like, when is this gonna end? Like I did that. Like I started it yesterday morning, and I wasn't playing straight through like off and on. But like I didn't finish that quest until like a little bit before you got here, Marie.
Is that a hard thing to do or a long thing?
It's very involved.
Yeah.
And
yes.
It's a long time.
Okay.
And there were some parts where like I missed a jump because I didn't realize part of the floor was falling, and like I'm like, okay, well I'll just fall and die, but I'm like, no, I'm falling for real, and so I'm like,
so you fall all the way there, right?
So I gotta redo all this.
Right, you gotta hit those shrines on the way.
Yeah, but no, I'm having a lot of fun, and yeah, like I sent you a video about like cooking, and so like I did the one where I got like 25 extra hearts, and I also did the one where I get 2 extra stamina wheels, and so like I'm ready to just like not do the main story.
I'm in the same boat. Like I'm trying to do, like when I first started, I was like I looked on YouTube for like top 10 things you should know before you play Zelda, and I was like, all right, making my notes and everything. And then when I started playing it, because I want to come back and just wreck shop on everybody with no regard for anything, for human life.
Also, are you making sure to grab every fairy that you see? Do you have any fairies?
No. Every time they always get away before I get to it.
So you got to crouch walk over there and then like stand under them, and eventually they'll lower enough so you can grab it.
So this is like Pokemon too. You're trying to catch things and
kind of. So like before like the last game where it was like this giant open world thing, you would have bottles, and you go to like a fairy fountain and capture a fairy in a bottle, and whenever you died, it would automatically just bring you back to life.
Oh, okay.
So it's insurance.
Okay.
So in this one, you just catch it by hand, and it just gets added to your inventory. And so, I don't even be remembering I have fairies, and I be getting into my one-hit fights, and I just instantly die, and I'm like, fuck. And then back to life. I'm like, all right, let's go. Let's go. Come on.
Okay. It's interesting.
But yeah, any other things before we push, Matt? Because, like, most of that shit's getting cut.
Yeah, nothing's going on. Like, right now, my son is playing it, and he has got the, what is Tulin called?
Oh, his little ability.
No, is it called like a satire or no? What is it called?
Veto?
What's this new one you just got?
Goron?
He got Goron.
Oh,
Goron's ability.
What's that power?
Shinobi.
He like rolls and he can bust through stuff.
Do we need that? I mean, I guess it could roll into enemies.
Right.
Okay. Well, this week we discuss Pathaan.
Outfit X, a private terror group.
Ma'am, we have a red flag.
They're planning a massive attack. और उनका target India.
An Indian spy races against a doomsday clock as a ruthless mercenary with a bitter vendetta mounts an apocalyptic attack against the country. So, Matt, what did you think of this movie?
I enjoyed it for what it was. It reminded me of like Mission Impossible type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's long. It is long. I did not care for how long it was, and I did not look up to see how long this movie was. I just put it in. I was like, yeah, and then it was just going and going and
Did
going
you
and
watch
going.
Did you watch the regular one or the extended cut?
I don't know.
That's fair. Because I'll say this, like, it was a busy week for me. And so I was like, I will watch this movie Friday night because that's I don't have anything going on. And so, like, it was a long night and, like, I got my daughter to bed, like, a lot later than I would normally do that. And I would, go to load up my box and I go to Prime. And I'm like, Pathaan. And it's like, okay, here we have your result here. We have the extended version. And I'm like, the what version? I just want the regular one. Like, why is there extra? I was not happy.
It's hurting my soul.
So I like this movie. I too got those like Mission Impossible. What's the other spy movie? We got James Bond type vibes from it. Then don't be looking up the runtime either, Matt.
Triple X.
Sure. That's the thing. I'll say this. Jim is so fucking cool.
Yes.
Like every time his theme came on and he did stuff, I was like, why aren't we following Jim? I know he's the bad guy, but he's so fucking cool.
Yes.
Although the only time he wasn't cool was when he got on that jetpack. So I'm like, you looking like a fake ass Falcon right now.
What do you mean? You didn't like that?
I didn't like that shit.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't like that shit. But Jim was so motherfucking cool.
But speaking of him too, when like Pathaan and him, when they took their shirt off, I was like, damn.
Right.
That was crazy ripped. I was like, I was like, fuck.
His abs had abs.
Right.
So I do want to say, why is it when we go to Africa, every damn African just got a gun? Like a old lady polishing a gun.
No,
little kids over here pulling guns from trees. So like, what is happening here?
They were at the cantina for terrorists.
The gun cantina.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it was. People were bidding and everything, and that's where you get the guns. It wasn't a stereotype. That's just.
Oh, okay.
That's like the gun exchange.
Did we know India and Russia were like friends?
You should know.
I should know?
Yeah.
Why? I mean, I'm sorry. I do need to. I'll admit, I'm not one for geopolitical things.
Yeah, because of politics.
So they are tight for real?
Yeah, for real.
Oh, wow. That makes
sense. Yeah, they're not talking bad about them at all for what's going on. They're tight.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
So it's like us in the UK, huh? One other thing I wanted to talk about before I hand it over to you, Marie. I don't really care for the structure of this movie. Like, the movie starts in the past, and then it jumps to the present, and then for an hour, we are in a flashback, and at times we were in a flashback, in a flashback, in a flashback, and then finally we get back to the present, and I'm like, we could have opened with Pathaan doing that stuff at the beginning, and then after our opening credits, we could have been like 2 years later. And like, I don't know. I just feel like this is, what you were saying earlier, if I didn't cut it, that critic hat is like, I can't take it off, even though this was for work, but like, I can't take it off. I'm like, I feel like this was not good story structure.
So you have to retrain your brain for Bollywood movies.
Okay.
Because you watch RRR. It's going to be like that. So whoever the main characters are, you may get a flashback for them. It's going to be really choppy like that.
An hour? Like that was the movie.
That's what I'm gonna say. Flashbacks are fine. I appreciate them. We was in this one for too long. Right. There was a point where I was like, Oh wait, this is not current right now.
Right.
So, first, this movie is not as long as a lot of Bollywood movies, so y'all got to get your.
What?
No, it's not. RRR was like 3 hours long.
It was. Wait, it was?
It was.
Yeah, it was.
It actually was. And a lot of the Bollywood movies are longer than that. Like some of my favorites are pushing 3 hours and 45 minutes. And that is because there's so much backstory. There may be a time jump where you flash forward some years. So that's pretty.
That's fine.
It's
A flash forward is fine.
It's pretty common. Well, both are
I
common.
Why are their movies so long? Is this just common for these movies to be this long? I'm kind of like I'm looking for a reason why
They got a lot of story to tell, man.
Well, it is their entertainment, and just like in RRR, there was a cut in this movie where they have intermissions. So when you go to the actual movies to watch this, there's supposed to be a 10 or a 15-minute intermission. I did see this in theaters, so.
Oh.
I know. That's what I was gonna say. The Bollywood movies are getting a lot more popular.
Yeah.
And so there were 4 movie theaters here that actually carried this. And when it opened, or maybe like a few weeks after it opened in India, we got it here. But it was along the same time frame.
So where did you go see it?
Chesterfield Galaxy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it was in like a mid-sized theater. So it wasn't the small one. It was one that held like 200, 250 people. And it was packed.
Yeah.
So, and they had multiple show times. This wasn't like, it was a real release.
Yeah, it was.
So,
it wasn't limited release.
Yeah. No, it was legit.
So, what did you think of this movie?
I loved it. I think y'all need to get into Bollywood more to appreciate it.
This is our third one.
So,
well,
okay.
Second one for me, but
okay. So the main guy, Pathaan, he is Shah Rukh Khan, and his nickname is SRK, King Kong. Everybody was waiting for him to come back, like make his comeback. That's why he looks so good. He was training for this. He's an older guy. He's like mid 50s, yes. But he's been making movies for a very long time. So
was he in Lunchbox?
He was not in Lunchbox.
Okay.
No. So this was like his big comeback, and he was doing action because he is known for like more romantic comedies. He does some action, but he's like a big romantic comedy guy over there too. So the leading lady that was also in here with him, they've done a few movies together. So it was a whole thing.
So it was a reunion.
Yes, they're gonna be on the screen. I loved it. The action, I knew like the first 7 minutes, if y'all weren't into it, with when he's like getting in a helicopter inside of a very small space and shooting his way out with somebody in handcuffs tied to the bottom. No. I was like, this is the movie. It shows you who it is.
That's very
quick.
That's very James Bond. Like you could see, I'm pretty sure there was probably an opening like that where he did some stuff and had somebody chained up and stuff, like, you know, and they flying into the sun, and then we get Pathaan.
Yes. So from the jump, I was with it. The bad guy, you do understand his motivation.
First off, put some respect to Jim's name, okay?
I don't know why he was just named Jim.
That was weird too, but I'm like, this dude is so fucking awesome. I don't care. All right. Where's the Jim spinoff?
I love his theme song that he had. So every time he came on screen, I was just laughing. But he wasn't wrong.
No, he wasn't.
I think he went about it the wrong way, but his motivations for being mad at his country for not saving him and everything, that's typical. It happens.
That makes a perfect villain when you're like, I understand what you're doing, just a different way.
Yeah. Yeah, they did refuse to negotiate, and his whole entire family died as a result, and he was supposed to be dead.
But that's also like the job, though. Like they tell you that's their terms and conditions. We will disavow you if it goes down. It don't matter how good of an agent you are.
But they didn't do that to Pathaan. They sent somebody to get him. They actually rescued him.
We're not trying to talk about that. Okay, so that's also another argument.
So it depends.
That's another argument for who is a better supervisor, a man or a woman.
What?
No?
You think that's what it was?
Because to generalize half our audience, well, actually less than half our audience, because we can see like the demographics in the analytics. Women are generally more compassionate than men.
Okay.
So if you have a woman boss, she's going to care a little bit more than a man boss. And so Pathaan had a woman superior, and she sent Tiger in to help her boy.
Yes.
But my heart, Jim, he had that man, and that man was all like, "Look, man, I don't."
Well, Jim was like his. Well, yeah, I guess back then, yes, his superior would have been a man.
It was that dude specifically.
Yeah, it was the same guy.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, am I wrong, Matt?
No.
Marie?
Yeah, that's why he was his own boss.
I was trying to think of was it what's the lady boss with James Bond?
M.
Yeah, because M was more compassionate towards James. Was very compassionate towards James. Yeah.
Right.
Did you guys predict when? Hold on, I'll get her name correct.
When the movie would finally end?
Rabina.
Sure.
When the girl turned on him, could you guys predict that? Or was that surprised?
I was like, you are like really turning coat awfully quick here when Pathaan was captured, at the pool. I'm like, but I'm like, okay, I guess we're gonna ride with it. But no, when it was a situation where he had to jump down and it was like, all right, here's some rope, climb up. I was like, nope. I've seen Indiana Jones. I know how this goes.
When she said, throw it up here.
Yeah.
Throw it up
here. Throw me the idol.
Yeah.
Throw me the whip.
Yeah. I didn't see it coming. That was actually where the intermission was supposed to happen. So they it was like, oh man, I didn't see it coming. They're cute together. So I've seen them in other movies. I didn't want her to be a bad person at all.
So I've seen RRR, and like they kissed people in RRR, right?
Yes.
What was the deal here?
So in Bollywood, some of the, even though this is a recent movie, but a lot of the older stars will not kiss. They don't have sex scenes.
I mean, I expected that much.
And they don't kiss on the lips. They say that that's more of an intimate act just for your real partner. And even though it's acting, like, nah, they don't do it. They'll like cuddle, they'll hug, no kissing on the lips, and it gets really awkward.
Yeah, like
that's what I felt like in this one. Like they were like, he was like all like this and this and this, but it was like never no kissing. So I was like, was he married? Is he married and like he's not doing this because of this, or like what's going on?
No,
yeah.
They will nuzzle up against each other, like like Eskimo kisses, like type stuff, like passionately, but they will not kiss each other on the lips. And sometimes when there's a sex scene, they'll do things like coming up out of the water and like they flip their
visualize
hair.
It.
Yes.
That's when we'll do a song.
Or like rolling around on the beach and they're like on top of each other rolling around. Like that's the actual sex scene, but you'll never see a sex scene.
Like there was a point, if they would have cut away from that scene like literally 2 seconds earlier, you could have just alluded to that they had sex. But I don't like, but they made it clear that it's like nobody had sex, okay?
But they wanted to.
No, well, she wanted to. I got the impression he's like, I'm good, like from the jump. Not all this, like, I have to stay on my mission. It was just like, Nah, I don't
No,
want
she was
I
like,
don't want
can
that.
you help me clean my bullet wound? And he's like, oh.
Yeah, because she changed the subject. Because she came on like, please give me some of that sex, sir. And he's like, no, we don't do that here. And then she's like, can you help me clean my bullet? Well, yeah, that's not sexy. I can do that.
Yeah.
That's what I.
But he
that's
wanted
how I read
to.
it.
But he wanted to.
I didn't read that.
I took it
That's
as
how
he was
they do
kind
it.
of like awkward, or like he didn't get the signs. He was like, because he raised his shirt up, she looked at him. He was like, oh, no, and then he seen her, and she was like, oh, bullet things, and can you clean it? I felt like he was like awkward as far as being around a beautiful woman.
She was using her what's that?
Sex appeal,
feminine wiles. Yeah, that to lure him in.
Oh,
so that she could, double cross him later.
So, when they were trying to get the fingerprints and stuff, and she was like, "Are you going to seduce the lady?" And he's like, I'm not her type."
Yeah.
When are we going to get a spy movie where the lead is gay?
I don't know about a spy movie. But
Well, that specifically, where like I'm using the fact that I'm gay to get this intel from this person, like what James Bond does to women.
I mean, they could do it at any time. It would be great if he was bi, and that way he could just get whoever he wants.
Publicly, people don't care for men that are bi right now. Sadly, we've made a lot of progress, but we're not there.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah, we just need the right one, like a Matthew McConaughey. I think he could pull it off.
Maybe.
I think he could do it.
Any final thoughts before we move on?
I like the dancing. I think this is becoming this is growing on me. It was okay.
Getting ready for the musical episode.
Yeah, it was okay in RRR, and I was like, okay, I know this is what they do here, but then on this one, where they was doing the whole dancing at the beach, whatever, Spain they were at.
Spain, yeah.
I was into it. I like the costume changes. I was into it.
Yes.
It took me out the movie because it's like I forgot that they do this and like they do musical segments.
Yes.
And so like there he's like, oh, checking you out, and then they start singing. I was like, oh right, this is a thing, because it's like once more we're like 45 minutes into this flashback, and this is the first time there's been singing. I was like, oh right, okay.
I loved it. The thought that I was going to say before, the fingerprints, how they got the fingerprint from the handprint from the guy. They also did that in Fast and Furious.
Which one?
Fast and Furious. I want to say Fast and Furious 5. So
let me think. That's the one where
that was the heist one.
Yeah, well, they're all heists. That's the that's the one where
the heist one.
That's the one where car is safe.
But
where safe drives car drives safe.
Yes. But it was Han and
Gal Gadot.
Yes. It was like their first little mission together, and he got to watch her work, and the guy put his whole handprint on her butt. And she takes off her bikini. Oh, yeah, and that's how they did it.
That's right.
I mean, as one does.
So when I saw that, I was like, oh, yeah, I remember that. But the singing, it's never too late for any singing. Or
45 minutes into a flashback, I think it's a little. I feel like I'm justified in being thrown off a little bit.
No, that's how they do it. They just throw a song out there, and now, but you have to like listen to the lyrics. Yeah. You have to watch what's going on, and it's still a segue into another scene. So I love it, and she looks great because she is not that she's old, but she's like 37.
Yeah,
Wow.
I looked her up, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Jim is 50.
Are you serious? That fucking
beautiful
Adonis sculpted statuesque man.
Like they're
my heart. See what their workout plan is.
No bread, man. Stop eating bread. Your final thoughts, Marie?
Movie's amazing. Go see it. Oh, I did want to talk about the final fight scene. You said you didn't like it when they turned into Falcon.
No, I just didn't like that scene where he's like, "I'm wearing this jetpack and it's got Falcon wings." And I was like, Jim, that doesn't look cool.
but Pathaan, he didn't even have his hooked in right.
Yeah,
he didn't even have it. He just jumped, and he's like, "I'll figure it out." And I was like that. No,
because at first he had the wrong buttons. He was like, "Oh no, wait, it's up here."
I don't know. All of the spy scenes I thought were just completely over the top and ridiculous and so much fun.
Like I thought it was funny when they were in where the place with the scientists. Where was that? Where everybody wants to go? Dubai.
Okay.
When they're in Dubai driving, and then Pathaan's like driving his little Dodge Charger or whatever it was, and he thought he was really about to do something against that Humvee. I'm like, sir, that's a Humvee. You in a car.
Okay, hold on. So to backtrack, when him and Jim first have their fight scene, how did you like that? How did you like Jim just holding this wire that was holding
thankfully
two helicopters, and he just easily just took it and just hooked it up under
thankfully
a hook on a moving truck.
Thankfully, I just most recently saw Fast X, so my expectations for realism were like gone weeks ago.
You don't think they just could have fought on a moving 18-wheeler while holding two helicopters with one arm each?
I find
I
But
thought it was
were they
realistic.
modified though?
No, they were not.
Because I'm saying, what was the whole point of them saying that all of these guys were injured in the broken vase and you're back? Because just like when Pathaan was injured, and then he came back so quickly from his injuries and everything, and then he was like, well, there's other injured soldiers out there.
No, so like that's the movie making commentary on like how these agencies, like the slightest defect, they'll just throw you away.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing wrong with Pathaan or most of those former agents. And so he was like, these people have these skills and they need to use them somehow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like
Okay.
I'm very much sure that our intelligence agencies do that same stuff.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, 100%.
But they were just using regular strength during all the scenes where you're having fingernails removed and you're being waterboarded and you're being shot.
I had a question about that. So when they were waterboarding the woman, I'm like, is that standard practice, or were they intentionally waterboarding her because of her history with waterboarding? They didn't know.
It's
that
didn't
extra
know about,
torture.
Well, they may have known
I feel
about
like
her
that
father,
would be
but they were.
I feel like that would be in her file though.
Yeah.
Like her father and stuff.
Yeah. But no, they really didn't trust her, and they wanted to get the information out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which she didn't have.
But you wanted to say something about the final fight.
Just that it was ridiculous and over the top, and they only had 6 minutes to basically play flag football with a detonator that could release a horrible, toxin never before seen to man. And I guess
smallpox version 2.0.
Yeah, and you just, if you can get it, that was the only thing. That was his whole plan. I was like, Jim kind of went out a little bit sad at the end. He should have just pushed the button. I wanted him to just make it go himself.
I also wanted Jim to win because, like, once more, he's a beautiful man. He was villaining it up,
Yes, but he saved the day with 2 seconds left.
Of course.
And the missile just blew itself up.
No, if you hit the abort button, then it any blast radius goes away.
Yeah,
that's science.
Because I was like, the plane definitely should have been hit.
Yeah,
or something.
The
happened.
side of it blew up.
Yeah, something should have happened, but it did not. So you all watched the music, like, video at the end.
And then there's an after credit scene.
Yes. So, Pathaan, SRK, Shah Rukh Khan, is known.
Hold off on that.
Oh, don't say that.
Hold off on that.
Okay.
So my final piece is that I thought that one shot train fight was dope as fuck.
Okay.
But also story wise, put a bullet in his head while you're torturing him in Russia.
No.
Why are you putting him in prison? He's like one of their best agents, and you're like, oh yeah, we could just and then just that to shiv him on the train, just shoot him now.
You need him.
No, the Russians.
But they needed him.
The Russians didn't need him.
They needed to transport him for the plot.
You need to punish him. You need to make him suffer.
Yes.
He is
in the gulag.
He's too dangerous.
Nah.
Not the way they thinking.
He would just grew in power if he would have just sat in the gulag. He would have had all that time to train. Like was that Dragon Ball Z? But what do y'all think the Rotten Tomatoes was on this movie?
85.
Okay. Yeah. I was hoping for at least the 80s. I'll say 82.
Matt got it right on the money.
Ooh.
85% tomato meter, but the audience score was 78.
Oh, I was gonna say 100. Like this was anticipated.
Okay, so we're gonna play over under.
Okay.
I will make a statement with numbers in it. You would tell me with a thumbs up or thumbs down if the actual number is higher or lower than what I stated.
Okay.
This is the 5th entry in a shared universe.
Ooh. I
Okay, so
no.
I'm gonna talk this through.
So Maria's saying lower.
I did not know this was a shared universe, so this
That's
is news to me.
that's what Marie was trying to allude to with Tiger.
So 5 seems like a lot, so I'm gonna go lower.
This is the 4th one. This is the 4th entry in the Yash Raj film spy series after Ik Ta Tiger.
So I've never seen any of the Tiger movies.
That came out in 2012. Tiger Zinda Hali, which came out in 2017, and War, which came out in 2019. And like, there's a reference to at the end when the general dude was all like, "You and what's her face could." No, it was Jim. Jim made the reference. You and the woman in this one, like, you know, together now, and Tiger and Zonda. And like Zonda is from a previous movie.
Yeah.
Is it the same actor that Tiger played?
Yeah, that's the same dude, Tiger. But like Zonda wasn't in this movie. And the next movie, I believe, I looked at the list of the upcoming ones. I think it's called Tiger versus Pathaan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Ooh. Mm-hmm. It's India's very own Batman v Superman.
Yes,
right.
So I was like, sometimes they release like the upcoming movies like they are Marvel releases,
yes.
And they'll say who's gonna be in whose movie after this one is shot.
So, what did you have anything beyond what I just said about the shared universe you want to say?
Yeah, that actually wasn't what I was going to
Oh,
say.
I'm sorry.
You thought I was going to say that, but no, I was talking about SRK in his movies. Mm-hmm. He always has a cry scene. Mm. So when the lady got infected, and the lab blew up, mm-hmm. He was walking away and he was crying.
I did not notice he was crying.
And then when there's the dancing scene at the end and they're like all in black, and you see like his beautiful, beautiful abs, but he opens his arms, and he does that. That's his signature. That's his signature move. So I lost my mind in the theater when that happened.
Interesting.
I was waiting for it.
Worldwide, this movie made $150 million.
Well, U.S.
How much did it cost to make?
It was like a 30, 40, $50 million budget.
Okay.
Higher or lower?
Oh,
I thought you was telling us that.
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
We're still playing the game.
Sorry. We're still playing. We're still playing. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go higher.
Marie does Marie said higher.
I play devil's advocate. I'll go lower.
This movie made $130 million worldwide.
Oh, that's
Lower.
okay.
Last one, guys. Last one.
Okay.
The extended version of the movie added an additional 10 minutes. Higher or lower?
Higher.
I'm gonna say lower.
Okay. So, under. The theatrical run of this movie was 146 minutes. However, on Amazon Prime, it was released with an extension of 2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I had no right to be upset, but I didn't know that until today when I did my research. I just saw extended version and I was just pissed.
I saw that it said extended version, and I can't think of what was added.
Right.
I can't think of what wasn't in the
fluff. That's what was added. There was there's the extra scenes of them just looking at stuff.
Yes. Extra 2 minutes of singing and dancing, I guess.
All right, now we're doing trivia dump. Pathaan's song Besharan Rang got more than 1 million views on YouTube in an hour.
Ooh.
We aspire for that here.
Wow. Yeah,
Yes.
I believe that.
John Abraham, the beautiful Adonis that is Jim. He does a punch to SRK Pathaan in the film, which was inspired by WWE superstar Roman Reigns' Superman punch.
Superman punch.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but I added that for you, Matt. Are you a wrestling girl?
I'm not.
Okay. I like you then, Marie. I fucks with you.
I know some things, though. So
You know a thing or two about a thing or two?
yes. Black
I
Twitter
fucks with
always
you.
turns into wrestling Twitter, so I know things against my will. It's like listening to y'all talk about Zelda.
To be fair,
like I'll put this information in my arsenal, but I don't know when I can use this.
to be fair, you heard the unedited version. The good people are gonna hear like 3 minutes of not even that. Yeah, so I played Zelda this week. Matt, me too. All right, now on to the movie. All right, so this last one was interesting.
Okay.
Before release, right-wing groups alleged that the song Besharan Rang promotes obscenity and that it disrespects the saffron color as Pathaan. I'm not sure what that means.
You have to tell us what it means.
I don't know what it means, but just stay with me. And also because it features a saffron bikini in the song. Madhya Pradesh, that's a city. Home Minister Narottam Mishra called the song objectionable and warned that his government may consider banning the film if costumes in the song are not corrected.
Okay.
Posters were burnt in various cities of Madhya Pradesh as a symbol of protest against the film. The film went through several minor changes before release, though the song was not altered or the video portion.
Ooh.
So they said, "Fuck your criticism.
They
Fuck your protest."
They had a protest of their own. Okay.
So I had to look up saffron bikini to see what they were talking about.
That's a color, right?
I think it's a material. Yeah, I think it's the material.
Yeah.
But yeah, that takes us to the end of the show. For us, this was a long one. Hopefully, it's not a long one for you listeners. I want to thank you for coming on to a mainline episode of the show, Marie.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You'll be the good people will hear you again next week. But we recorded that weeks ago.
Yes.
For the blackening.
Yes.
So enjoy that, good people. Depending on what I did, either you guys have already heard the Transformers review or it's coming out after this. I don't know I haven't decided the order of operation yet. And also maybe I convinced Matt to give you a bonus episode next week of The Flash. We'll see.
Ooh.
But
yeah. I'll listen. I'll listen if it comes out.
But yeah, genuinely, thank you for coming on, Marie. Thank you for lending your voice. Thank you for signing the release documents to put you on our social media.
Didn't happen. That did not happen. So
it's just a big old black spot on the camera where her face would be.
No. Oh no.
Yes, thank you for being on. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. This was great. This was fun.
Yeah.
I did have a question.
Oh my.
Because I said
we're being interviewed, man.
Not
Sit
not
upright.
you. I think.
It's a Mac question.
I think you told me to ask Matt. What were the other like Bollywood suggestions, or do you have other Bollywood movies to watch?
Yeah, Matt. What's your next solo review?
Sodar Udam, that got multiple likes.
Okay.
The Kashmir Files.
Okay.
BAHUB Bali 1 and 2. And then
Okay.
some other options were,
I think I know which one you're talking about.
PS2 was one.
Yeah. So those are some, but a lot of people kept saying Sodar Udam. I have no idea what that is. Hopefully it's action.
Okay.
I don't know, because Lunchbox is pretty good. But Lunchbox is an
older movie.
Well, yeah, it was an older movie, but it wasn't in a tradition like when I think of like the dancing in the middle and stuff like that, like Lunchbox wasn't that. So yeah, those are just the ones that were on there. I haven't went back on YouTube to see if anybody put any more suggestions on there.
Okay.
But as of right now, so most likely it's going to be Sodar Udam next, or the Kashmir Files.
Okay. Well, this is you guys' job, but I can pick and choose which ones I would like to throw my name in the hat for. So, yeah, if it looks like a good time, I'll come back on for another Bollywood movie.
Yeah, that's
your
job now.
At the top of your head, what is your favorite?
Ooh, that is a hard one. I rewatch a lot of these, and again, they are over 3 hours long. Ooh. SRK is my favorite though. I've seen a lot of his movies. So it really just depends on what mood I'm in, because he's done action movies. I think this might have been his not his first action movie, but he did a movie called Raw 1 that I still haven't watched. It didn't look too good.
It didn't look good.
It was like a superhero movie. So it didn't look good. But he did another spy movie called Dawn, and I think that would be one of my favorites.
Okay. He needs to stop playing and only do movies in the same universe.
Well, I feel like he did the extensions. Like, his hair isn't that long unless he grew it out, but he had extensions in Dawn too, and he was a bad guy.
Oh,
so yeah, I like him as a villain.
I mean, villains have more fun. Like, that beautiful man, Jim.
Yeah, and he was also in his younger era. This was like maybe 2000. I think Dawn came out in 2006, so that was about 17 years ago. So his abs may not have been medically assisted back then. They
didn't have the technology that they have now.
Yeah, I think they got things in syringes now. He's an older man. He's like 56, I believe.
Pathaan?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But all right. So thank you so much for listening. Please rate, like, and review our podcast on your platform of choice. If you have any feedback, please email us at weusedtotalkpod@gmail.com. Follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at weusedtotalkpod. Follow me on Letterboxd at BOW1213 and Matt at Mr. King0257. Come back next week when we celebrate Father's Day with a review of Mr. Mom.
And like always, I don't know if this was a good episode. I don't know if it was a bad episode. But whatever you think about it, talk about it at work. Thank you for listening.